What's going on, guys? It's your boy Adrian back again for another Alchemy Stars video, and for today I will be showing you my forest unit tier list. And it's taken me a long time before I make this one because I need to play with the units first to determine how I will rank them. And also, just take note that tier lists are pretty much subjective. It varies from person to person, and it varies from a person's different kind of playstyle. And so this is just based on my opinions and my opinions alone. So take it with a grain of salt. So with that said, let's start with my tier list now. So let us first start with the 3-star units. Clover is C tier. Why? Because Clover is just your typical DPS with poison, but at 3-star stats, and also she cannot go into Ascension 3. Next up, we have Leia. Same as Clover, she is a DPS, she is a sniper, but also she has a very low stats, and she cannot go into Ascension 3, which is really a drawback for 3-star units. That is why they are ranked very low in the list. Next up is Opina. I will put Opina in the B tier because Opina has a very niche use because she can swap 2 tiles and she has a poison debuff. That is why even though she is a 3-star, she has some niche uses, so I will put her in the B tier. And also, she cannot go to Ascension 3. That is why it's holding her back into a B tier position. Next up, who else? The 3-star is Jomo. I will put Jomo in the B tier. Why? Because Jomo is also a DPS, but he is a very good single target DPS, especially on bosses. Although he is a 3-star unit, he can deal a lot of damage for a 3-star. But sadly, Jomo cannot go into Ascension 3. That is what is holding him back into these rankings. But Jomo is really good also. But there are a lot of good units, the higher rarity ones, that are pretty much better than him in what he can do. That is why Jomo is at B tier. Although I know one content creator named as Dr. Silvergun really loves to use him, and I admire him. Sadly, but I will rank Jomo at B rank. Next up, we have. Are there any more 3-star here? Now we now go to the 4-star units. We have Dub. Dub is also B tier because Dub has a utility of teleport, and she has added utility of chance to slow. That is why she earns this spot at the B tier. Now that we're done with the 3-star units, I will now go to the 4-star units. We have Jola. Jola is a tile converter, but the problem with Jola is she resets all tiles, meaning including the green ones, which you really need in your mono green team, which is a downside. That is why I will be putting Jola in the B tier. Next up, we have Leicester. Leicester is just your typical DPS with poison. Although Leicester can go up to A3, but Leicester has a very low stats. That is why I am putting him at the B tier because there are other units that can do pretty much well than him. That is why I will be putting him at the B tier. Next up, we have Wendy. Wendy is a teleporter, but sadly, that is all she can do. Although she can go up to A3, I will not be prioritizing her because there are a lot of good units besides her. So I will be putting Wendy at the B tier since she can go to A3 and she has his uses. That is why I will be putting her in the B tier. Next up, we have Silva. Silva is your typical DPS, but she can go up to A3. That is why she earns this B tier rankings. So I will put her in the B tier. And then we have Uriah or Uriah, however you may call her. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, but Uriah is S tier. Why? Because as of now, Uriah is the only healer in the forest units. That is why she is very much, pretty much staple in your every team composition. Whenever you need a healer in your team, that is why she earns this S spot. But if there will be a 5-star or a 6-star hero that can heal, she will go down to A, maybe B. But until somebody can do what she does, she will still stay at the S tier rankings. Next up, I think I've done all of the 4-star now. Yes, we're done with the 4-star now. Now we go to the 5 stars. OD. OD is A tier just because she has a 5-star stats. And also OD is a very niche because she has poison and slow in her kit. That is why I'm putting her in the A tier. And because she has her uses with her poison and slow. Next up, we have Robin. Robin is A tier. Robin is just pure DPS. If you have not, and also she's very rare because Robin is you can only get Robin from the web event when the game just launched, before the game launch, and not many people has her. But she's just your typical DPS, and there are a lot of good typical DPS that can do well better than her. That is why I will be putting Robin at the A tier position. Next up, we have Kuskuta. Kuskuta is A tier also because Kuskuta is a sniper that has a knockback skill. And she is very good for bosses because she can get an additional damage based on the number of dismember debuff from her equipment skill. I will put Kuskuta here in the higher 8 tier rankings. She's really good also if you don't have better DPS for forest units. That is why she earns the spot for the 8 tier rankings. Next up, Uriah. Uriah is S tier. Uriah is really good because she has a self attack buff. Although it has a downside that she will debuff herself in the next round, but you will only be using her active skill when knocking down bosses or bursting down the opponents. And when you use her active skill, it is really strong, and that is why she earns the the S tier rankings. And also she is maybe second to Midgard in terms of DPS output. That is why she is at the S rank. Next up, we are down to last 6 units. We have Pac. Pac is S tier because there are very much pretty low amount of tile converters in the forest division. That is why I will be putting Pac in the S tier. Next up is Sicari. Sicari is SS tier. Because for me, Sicari is the best tile converters for green units as of now. She converts tiles in an X shape and knocks back the enemies by hit. So if you know that description, she is the forest version of Nemesis and Maggie of fire and Barton of water. And the number of tiles that she can convert is very consistent and very, very, very nice. It is a cross shape. So I believe that Sicari is the best tile converters for the forest units. That is why she earns the SS tier rankings. Next up, we have Luis. Luis is also SS tier because Luis is the forest version of a Hydrad and Istvan. And allowing 2 times combo chains at the chain combo is very strong in this game. and is a game changer in this game. That is why she earns the SS chair position. And next up is Nikkinis. Nikkinis is also S tier, but she shares the one of the best S tier units because she is a converter. She converts 5 red yellow tiles to green with a low active skill cooldown, just like Sariel from water units. She is really good. And then we have Gabriel. Gabriel just second to Nikkinis because Gabriel, although she can convert a very selected tile, she can generate enhanced tiles which deals more damage in the normal attack. And lastly, we have Miguel. I believe Miguel is the best single target DPS in the game, and she's really waifu. There's no question as Miguel. If you ask every other player in the game, they will say Miguel is very top tier because of the insane damage output that she can deal. And if you are fighting a boss, she has a 2 times mod. If your target is a single target. And her active skill also has a very low cooldown, which is a 2 cooldown, and she can teleport. That is why she is top tier. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoy this tier list video of mine. Hope you enjoy this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more, and I will be doing a giveaway when I reach the 3,000 subs. So I would like to ask for your support in getting that goal. Until next time, peace.